Hey everybody, how are you doing tonight? It's Sunday night. That means it's time for FMTV Live. And, I'm Peter Brown. And as always, I can't do this show alone. I'm just not allowed. My buddy, our pal, everybody's best friend, Uncle Ed. Where's Uncle Ed? I don't see him. Oh, there he is!
How's it going, guys? Woo! Together for the first time ever, I think. Well, in Peter's live studio, it's the first time he's that was kind of weird, all fuzzy over there. Yeah. But it's first time we've actually been together in quite a while, and he even supplied me with beers.
It's the first time we've ever done this show live. It might be a little disjointed. It might be a little weird, but we're here. We're doing it live, and we can't wait to talk Inter-Miami soccer with you guys. Ed is here to celebrate.
Peter Brown's turning 100.
I'm 100 years old tomorrow. So Ed decided to come over the house and have a nice family fun day.
We've had a couple beers.
We might have had a few. So, the green screen.
The green screen thing's going. Yeah, look at that. It's all invisible of beer and stuff.
So here, right off the bat, let me try to get to the chats. Kata's saying, so used to Ed being on the right.
Right.
And you are on my right, but technically you're on their left.
Right. So it must be weird, right?
Yeah.
Right? So much right. It's getting really redundant. But guys, this is kind of weird. We're kind of getting used to it right now, but especially because we're in Peter's, he's got like a closet full of scarves over here.
The scarf closet's right over there for those of you that used to watch the reaction videos.
Those were good ones. And he's got like an R2-D2 down here. I don't know if I can lift them up or something.
Pick them up. Show everybody.
It's kind of cool. There you go.
Yeah, there he goes. It's focusing.
What a Dorkosaurus Rex, right? Look at that. Well, he's got tons of stuff.
It's a remote control R2-D2, Ed. It actually works.
I want it. Well, he's got all sorts of stuff here, man. He's got ships and soccer stuff. There's everything. Star Wars. There's a little bit of everything. So he's a Dorkosaurus Rex, guys.
How about that? Look at this. B. King's birthday was yesterday. All great people born in May. Happy birthday, B. King.
Yeah, B. King. Awesome. Well, look at that. Well, we didn't even get to say hello to the people. First, I think we should go to talk to our sponsor.
Oh, yeah. See, everything is off tonight. Because, look, guys, give us a break. We've been drinking since like 1 o'clock this afternoon.
We're in Peter's pool.
Yeah.
Man, it's one of them salt water pools, too.
Yeah. And it's going to go in and out of focus, I noticed today, because it doesn't know who to focus on.
Right. So
we're not used to doing two people in one square space.
Maybe we should put the beer in the middle so it could focus on the beer. What do you think? No. Well, anyways, guys, Peter, let's do some business.
All right, everybody, as always, let me find everything. Let's say a big thank you to Canesware. So the Canesware is located in Davie, Florida, off of University, just south of 595. It is the best place to go and get your Inter-Miami swag. I'm going to be headed there because, my dad sent me a $50 gift card to Canesware. So I am also going to go to Canesware as well. So go to Canesware, get your Inter-Miami gear. Great prices, cheaper than the stadium. So good place to go. Go to the stadium, look at all the swag, and then go to Canesware and actually buy it.
Yeah, and I don't like, some of these people are already starting talking bad about me, saying I've got a big head. What's that? Yeah, there we go.
Indeed, it's weird. For starters, Uncle Ed's head looks bigger and oddly shaped compared to Peter. And we're sitting right next to each other, right?
Well, Peter is a lot skinnier than I am, so, I'm pleasantly plump. So, I've got a cherubic body, so there's not much we can do. But I do want to say hello to all the people. Well, I can't even point, man. It's because there we go.
No, yeah.
There we go.
You're used to seeing everybody in the chat on your phone.
And I use my right hand, and my right hand's like totally off focus. I got to point with my left now. But I want to say hello to everybody, Peter.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Some of these guys, as you guys know, aren't, they came in earlier. So Jose Velasquez was the first guy that was on.
Welcome.
Yeah, how you doing, dude? B King, who we mentioned earlier, it was his birthday. Happy birthday again. Judge Dredd the Law, he was on there too, pretty early. Esteban Dito, we just talked to him. He just talked bad about my huge head. And then there's Jazz Fusion. How you doing, man? And there's Jazz Fusion. And
Ed can, for the first time, he's sitting here pausing, waiting for me to click the button because he can look at what I'm looking at. He can see what I'm waiting for.
And he's got a really cool setup because you can see all the chat right in front of him, so it's so much easier. I like his setup so much better.
I wish I had my phone in front of me and I would actually take a picture of what we're looking at here, but I don't even know where my phone is in this house.
I'm gonna do that in a bit once I'm done.
My phone is playing the music for the pool. I have no idea where it is.
Yeah.
It's somewhere in the house. I don't know where it is.
Well, let's say hello to Tracker. Tracker's also on here. Said something about Lassiter. Yeah, he's not on the thing, but he did say something about gotta find a way to make Lassiter have some impact. Dude is basically a ghost everywhere he plays.
All right, well, we got some thoughts on Lassiter. I know Ed and I spoke during the game, so we got some thoughts on Lassiter.
Yeah, and we got that's it for these guys. And let's talk about
these other
guys.
We also got Tio Lewis saying hi to Ed. A new Weissman is in the chat, and a new brought something to my attention that we need to talk about tonight. Some Inter-Miami DC United fan relations issues. Oh, look at that. Look at Ed. Look at Ed taking pictures of us doing the show live, trying to see the setup.
So you guys can see it. I'll put it up later on one of the social media things. So who else we got?
Kata's joking around saying 90% off Caneswear due to birthday. They like us? Not that much.
Yeah. That would be weird.
Not that much. Not that much. They do like us, but maybe not that much. But so where do we go from here? This is such a weird show, guys. I'm not used to Ed being in the room next to me. It's throwing me off.
It is. It's kind of it's my big head also. It's got its own gravity or something. So,
Esteban had something to do with that. Is that how it's called now? Pleasantly plump?
Well, you got a couple extra pounds. You got to find ways of making yourself more beautiful.
And Ed, I got to admit, I mean, I think I was opening some birthday gifts. Now, look, first off, you didn't have to give me anything. You're coming to my house. It's fine. Whatever. We're just here to have fun. But as I understand, you gave me like an outfit.
Yeah.
I opened it when you weren't there.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the fact that the shirt was a small.
I told my wife.
Well, thank you.
It's got to be. My wife actually helped me pick it out because I was like, "Let's buy him Inter Miami stuff," and she's like, "No, that's all he wears. It's he needs some different clothes, And I'm like,
she's not wrong.
I'm like, but he loves Inter Miami stuff, Real men wear pink. I was telling her, but she was like, not about it. So she's like, let's go here, buy something. I was like, fine. She's like, what size is he? Well, he's smaller than me. So I was like, so you're a medium? I'm like, he's a small then. So we bought him.
I appreciate that. And
then we didn't know about the shorts because we were
close
like,
enough.
Oh, dude, he's definitely thinner than I am. And I'm like 33, 34 or something. So I was like, he's probably 30. So I told her, let's just go with 31.
Ed, in my big days, I was 34.
Wow, look at that. So,
but I appreciate it. I just appreciated the fact I saw
big day
I saw a small shirt and I was like, that's my boy. I like it.
I figured as much. But look at that, man. It just keeps unfocusing because I keep moving too much.
We move around. It doesn't know where to focus. I could probably maybe turn some of that off. The autofocus. I don't know.
I know the guys don't really care about us. What they really want to talk about is the game. That game that we should have won, guys. Yes. What the hell? It's frustrating because we were there.
It was frustrating. It was one of those games, Ed, where you and I both agreed we were watching the game, and Julio was with us as well, and we played one of the best games we've played all year. They were moving the ball so well. Now, I don't know how it translates on TV compared to when you're watching in person, but they were moving the ball so well, better than ever. But yet they just fall asleep at the weirdest times. They just look, that second goal that tied the game for them, almost felt like they won the game.
Right.
What did they burn through, like 5 guys?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. They totally fell asleep on that. But I wanted to talk about the first goal because it was at the end of the second half. I mean, the first half, and we were like there. I mean, we should have ended that first half, going with that 2-0 comfortable lead, and it didn't work out. As a matter of fact, I told the guys, I told Julio and I told Peter, we're going to win this game 3-0. And they're like, oh, well, yeah, okay, come on, man. You're thinking. And sure enough, it was 2-zip. Let me see. Look at what.
Eric Thomas says, wow, look at that. You better not be making air-fried wings without me.
Oh.
Eric Thomas has been at the Futbol Miami TV mansion. Can I call it that?
Yeah,
I don't know.
You could.
I make some damn good air-fried wings. But tonight my wife cooked.
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
Good stuff. They had shish kebab. What else was on the menu? They had some good...
Some feijoada.
Okay.
Feijoada is basically black beans and rice with all kinds of good pork-related things inside the black
good
beans.
Eating, I'll tell you guys.
Yeah.
It was good eating. And, a good supply of cerveza. So
we got lots more.
So that's good. And...
but it was a frustrating game.
Yeah, like going back to that goal, the first goal, it was just we should have gone into that second half 2-zip, and it didn't happen because they basically fell asleep. I think they got confident. Oh, the guy's gonna, they relaxed for a minute, and thinking, okay, the game's gonna be over. The first half is gonna be over, and it wasn't over yet, and they score on us. So that was incredibly frustrating to see that.
Yeah, Kata asks a question I had issues with. Thoughts on Gibbs always getting injured? Looks like a bust signing. I don't know if I'd go so far as a bust because he was good before getting injured, but he was not good this past game. He was not good the game before that either. So I think we're better without him. And when they put in McVay in that spot, McVay was rock solid, Ed. McVay looked really, really good, I thought. He had a great game. I'm still having issues with this light.
Yeah, there's a little light. Oh, there we go. And no, totally. And McVay, they moved him over later on. I think we mentioned it, right?
And they brought in what's his name? The young kid, Ryan
Sailor.
Mm-hmm. Ryan Sailor. Ryan Sailor.
Yeah.
They brought in Ryan Sailor. Too many beers, guys. Ryan Sailor brought in and put him in the middle and then shifted over McVay. I thought Ryan did well. Mm-hmm. Overall, I've got concerns about Ryan Sailor, though. He's a little slow.
He got burnt. I saw that one. You mentioned it to me. You're like, oh, shit. Oops. He got burnt.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're right. Wow.
Yeah. He's a little slow. Maybe it's just a matter of getting used to the MLS time, as far as, the speed of play in MLS. Maybe that's what it is. But he seemed a little bit slow on his movements. Bruni says, Gibbs is done. How many games has he played? Maybe 8. Needs to become a coach. When the body keeps getting injured like that, it's just telling you to retire.
Wow.
Eric Thomas says, I love Gibbs, but he must be related to Robbie.
Robbie, who another
Mr. Glass.
Mr. Glass. He didn't play this game, Peter, and I think it's because
I read somewhere that he had a concussion issue under some sort of concussion protocol.
Was it from that little scuffle he had?
Possibly. I'm not 100% sure. No, don't worry about what's going on in the screen, Ed.
Yeah, Peter's he's doing his thing, and I have no idea. I'm looking at him like, what are you doing, dude? The show's over. Wait,
we're zooming in,
he's
we're
moving
zooming
the camera
out, we're doing
over,
all kinds of weird things.
I'm close enough to you, Peter. I don't want to be even closer. So, but yeah, man. Peter kind of threw me off with those camera angles and going to different.
I'm trying to remove the autofocus. It's bothering me.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what he was doing. But okay, so. I think everybody that I talked to after the game, was frustrated because, everybody, I mean, when the game ended, everybody that was sitting around us was saying, dude, we should have won that game. What happened? We finally played a game where it seemed we were dominating. And, and I had said earlier 3-zip and it ended up 2-2. And,
it was feeling like you might be right, at least with the 3 goals. It was feeling like it was 3-1. Ariel Lassiter scores that 3rd goal that gets called back. And that kind of goes back to a question that somebody asked. Somebody mentioned something about Ariel a little bit earlier. Trying to find it. But Ariel Lassiter is a player that loves the step over. My God, he loves a step over.
He does it all the time.
But Ed, I remember, I think it was you, maybe it was Julio. I was sandwiched in between you guys, complaining the fact that he can't shoot. He's off target 9 times out of 9.9.
Yeah, they need to, just put that guy in front of goal and just shoot, just, straight at the goal, just to see, how many times he misses, because he was just, he's had, I think probably he's the player with the most shots on goal and the most misses. And,
Does he have more shots on goal than Mata? Because Mata loves to shoot from distance. Mata's got a lot of shots on goal.
He does, you're right. And he's missed also.
Missed all of them.
But he's always trying to, position, hit that ball so it, floats in like one of the angles. And he's going for that upper 90 or something, with those little lobs. And he's been missing, man. But what Peter says, and he said that at the last game, one of these days he's going to score that goal and it's going to be a beautiful goal. Yeah, but it's going to take him like, 30, 40, 50 shots?
It's going to be one of those goals where we go, OMG, that's amazing.
Right.
But it's going to take a while. He's going to miss 50 to get that one that we just, our jaws drop. And hopefully it wins us a game, because right now, here's the thing. DC United is not a good team. DC United is a team in transition just like we are. They've got some new DPs. They got the Greek guy. I forgot his name. Fontana. Something. Yeah. I forgot his name. But number 11. He's a Greek guy.
Yeah. Played pretty decent.
Looking pretty good. They're young kid. I forgot his name, but number 13. Good player. Looks like a young guy. Got a mop top.
Right. I've seen him before.
He looked good. But they are not. They're a team very similar to Inter Miami in that they're a team in transition. They're trying to figure themselves out. They got a new coach, and here we are tying. We're giving away a game. Now we are traveling up to Philadelphia, Ed.
Yeah.
In Philadelphia, we're playing against what's his name? I almost said Campana.
Gosh, no.
Our old striker. That was not good enough for us.
Carranza,
similar to Campana.
Yeah, so it starts with a C.
Close enough for me. And
who's now actually scoring goals when he was with us.
With Ed's here now, I could sit back here and do this.
We could, man.
Just sit back here.
This is better.
And
Relaxing.
And just pick it up, man.
Man.
Look at that. You could even do this.
Oh, there we go.
You could even do this.
Wow.
You don't have to sit up close like I always do. You can even sit back here.
Relaxing.
How about that, Ed? Didn't even think about that.
So
your head doesn't look as big now.
It doesn't. And if I go even farther back, it looks even smaller.
All right.
But where were we?
Guys, I'm sorry you're watching this show. It's going to be one of those kind of shows.
Yeah.
Ed and I have been drinking all day. We're in my house. We've never done this before, first off, live together.
We were going to have a live studio audience, but they
are shy. I've got family and neighbors that are in the other room. They chose not to come in here. But look, we bought this equipment so that we could do like shows like this on the road, and then Corona happened and never happened. But Carranza, let's see what Jazz Fusion is saying. Carranza is not allowed to play because he is on loan, Peter. Huh? Is that a rule? Is that a rule that you can't play against the team? I did not realize that, Jazz Fusion. Thanks for that.
Is that for real, dude?
I did not think about that. You can't play against the team that owns your contract.
So if we play
that makes sense,
the Red Bulls and we can't...
No, we sold him.
Oh, he sold. You're right.
We sold Lewis Morgan. I know where Ed was going with, hey, we're going to play Red Bulls on Sunday. That means Lewis Morgan can't torch us.
Right.
Well, yes, he can because we sold him. Carranza is on loan. That's interesting. Didn't think about that, but this was a conversation we had during the game or post game. I don't remember what it was, and I don't remember who I was talking to. Ed, I'm sorry, but it was that Carranza. You got to start looking at things like a lot of people are saying, "Hey, we got to fire Neville," right? And then you start seeing, we start to play better. You start questioning, do we really need to fire him? What have you? But then you look at these players like Carranza and you look at Lewis Morgan. Carranza was a player that was not good enough to play for Inter Miami. Let's be honest. He didn't do well.
He was very expensive. He was a young DP, no? Wasn't he the young DP?
Yeah. Or no, just
Pellegrini.
Under. Just under.
Right. Pellegrini was.
Yeah. But he was a good quality, had talent, but wasn't good enough for Inter Miami. Lewis Morgan, another player, did well his first year. There was a serious drop-off. A lot of people would say still it was our best player, but there was clearly a drop-off, right? And then you see these players thrive in other cities, and you got to wonder, as much as I'm a defender of Phil Neville at times, there's something to say right there that that's got to be coaching. Carranza didn't all of a sudden become a crap player or a good player. He's doing well for Philadelphia, means he had the talent here in Miami, and it just wasn't in the right system.
Right. Look, another thing is Jazz Fusion saying Higuain stifled Carranza's growth. Neville played, what was that? Lumo out of position. Okay. That's what he thinks. It's simple. You know what?
There's some truth to that, and that goes back to coaching.
And Campana, it's the same thing happened with Campana. Higuain kind of, I think held back Campana. Higuain. So, Higuain just seems to be the guy that's out of place. He came in the second half for the team. I was actually interested to seeing how that would work out, having two forwards, because I saw them one next to the other. They were both playing as forwards. I thought that Higuain was going to come in as a playmaker, but, there wasn't enough time to actually see that. So, but I would have been interested to see, a few more minutes to see how that worked out with both of them up on top. But I think in the end, Higuain would have been in Campana's way.
Yeah, and Campana and Higuain played a little bit together this past week. Didn't amount to much. Here's the thing. I didn't see Higuain really throwing his hands in the air too much this past game. That was good, positive. Higuain was pretty chill. At one point, it looked like he might have been throwing his hands in the air, and I don't remember who I was talking to. Said, "Oh, look," and it's like, "Wait,
he's starting already."
But wait, it was more coaching. He kind of was coaching of the other team members. So it was less throwing his hands in the air, more of like, "Hey, go this way, do this, do that."
Yeah, that's true.
So
that's what he was doing, and hopefully, if he's going to play more, he just stops doing the hand gestures because. I've heard from other players. I told Peter about this. I don't want to mention any players, but they kind of don't. They kind of don't like him because I guess he's probably just not a team player.
So let's talk about that, Ed. Mm-hmm. There is some talk in the locker room where players are saying, "Screw Higuain." And this isn't just some rumors. We have confirmation. We may not be able to tell all the details.
Well, I'm definitely going to mention any names, but there is some dissent towards him. They don't like Higuain too much, and the fans are in the same way. So players
saying screw Higuain,
right?
Kind of like that kind of movements. Screw Higuain. Other players in the locker room saying that.
Right, so that I think tells you everything. There's not much we can do at this point, but I think the team is playing a lot better without him. So if he's going to come in, he could be a glorified, sub.
Yeah, and here's the thing: you're torn because Higuain here. Bruni is saying Higuain was actually friendly after the match and took photos and signed autographs. He could be a great guy sometimes. I think he's just not a great teammate.
Right.
Esteban is saying that Peter, could it be that Higuain is trying to start the Heron Dance
and get
royalties out of it down the road once it gets popular?
The Heron Dance.
I think Ed's also now realizing I don't pre-read these before I throw them up on the screen. I just kind of throw them on the screen and then just go.
And then
we
go from there. Yeah.
Go from there.
To get royalties, huh?
Yeah. Oh, hey guys. Also, see, this whole show is set up for a 2-camera shoot. But as always, we do have the voicemails available. Let me see if I could throw it up here. There we go. So if you want to leave us a voicemail, we can still play that, 786-474-4435 if you want to leave us a voicemail. I'll give Ed one of the head earpieces, and we can kind of share, and it'd be all cute and everything of Ed and I sharing an earpiece.
There's no other way we can listen to it. I should have brought my earphones. But then, there's no way.
I don't even know how to plug it into all this. I've got this big fancy...
fancy pants is what it is.
Fancy mixing board that
I'll take a picture of it, too.
I've never used other than one microphone.
It looks good, though.
It looks
professional.
It's meant for 4 microphones, meant for us to do this on the road, and we've never done it because COVID happened.
Stuff, yeah.
Our goal was, and listen, if you're a sponsor and you're a bar, I'm just going to throw this out there.
Yeah.
We could do this in your bar. I got the equipment. That's what this was purchased for.
Lights, we got everything.
This was all bought so that we could do like a live show in some local bar. That's what this is. This whole thing,
that was the plan.
These whole microphone stands, that's what this whole thing was about. It just never happened because Corona.
Right.
But just saying, if you
throwing it out there,
if you happen to watch,
we can do a live show there. But
Kato is asking, when are we doing the supporters group's food tasting? So good question, because we talked about that last week and we were thinking about doing it this week. I was pressuring Ed a little bit to do it this week, but he wrote back to me saying that supposedly, the supporters groups are all gonna come together next week, and so I've pressured Ed again to touch base with all supporters groups because let's be honest, he's more lovable than I am, and they like him more than me. So let's let him reach out to all the supporters clubs and make sure they're cooking something, preparing something.
Make sure they're doing the best of the best, and we're gonna come by and critique and let you guys know who makes the best tailgate food.
So hopefully that'll happen on next Sunday, which then that would mean you would see a video on Monday or Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. We're not talking about bight pizzas at Papa John's.
It's whatever they got though.
Which
they're
by
going to
the
be
way,
judged.
you can get some.
They'll be judged.
Stuff,
But Ed, speaking of speaking of supporters, I think we do need to touch base on this a little bit. Mm-hmm. This is a serious topic. I know we're being goofy tonight because we're having fun tonight, me and Ed, but there was a legit issue, and it was first brought to my attention by our friend in Atlanta, Anu Weissman. He chatted me on Twitter, and then some friends, Ed being included, we started talking about it in our chats, where there was a Inter Miami supporters group, people, what have you, that accosted some DC United fans.
There was some slashing of tires. There was some
apparently
they
there
got
was
physical.
A physical altercation where police were involved. A police report, apparently some body cam footage. So let's just be clear here. That's not cool.
Right. And I know a lot of people. I've talked to a lot of guys in the supporters group who think they're barra brava, but dude, we're in the United States, and that doesn't fly here. Some people have criticized me because they started saying I don't know anything about supporters groups. I know about supporters groups in the United States, and we've done it for so many years. Peter Brown right here actually started the ultras back how many years ago? Almost like 20 years ago.
Yeah, too many.
So we definitely have a lot of experience with supporters groups here in the United States, and supporters groups here in the United States. We're not about fighting. We're not about trying to act like we're tough guys. No, man. This is the battles in the field, outside. All this stealing flags crap. Come on, guys. How old are we?
So apparently there was an issue in DC when some Inter Miami fans went to DC, and maybe this was some sort of stupid retaliation, but it's dumb. And at the end of the day, here's what's going to happen. There was body cam footage. Police
cameras everywhere. Not every stadium in Major League Soccer.
Right. You're not just dealing. It's just not like in the old days, Ed, when the Fort Lauderdale Strikers or Miami FC played a game and there might be some altercation with the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
Right.
Right. MLS is involved with this, and the police are involved with this. What's going to end up happening is those people, whatever group they're part of, and Vice City is getting thrown under the bus here. I don't know if they were involved, but they're the one that's getting mentioned at this point.
No, I saw that on social media and stuff. We don't know if
and so
that's
did I,
real.
and that's where I'm getting it from. I saw it on social media that they're the ones getting thrown under the bus. I don't know if it's fringe members, if it's diehard members, or what it is, but you're gonna end up getting charges brought up against you, and you're gonna end up getting banned from the sport that you love and the team that you want to support. You're cheering for your team, and you're gonna end up getting banned from going to the stadium.
And sometimes, depending on what you do, it could be for life, guys.
Yeah.
So, if you guys are like us, dude, if, that would happen to us, it's like the end of our lives, man, because
we work too hard for this to get into an argument with somebody. Look, it's the way it's supposed to be is DC United sitting up there in their corner, and we yell at them, and we criticize them for 90 minutes. And then after the game, we should be able to share a beer and have a laugh.
Right.
That's the way it's supposed to be. Like you mentioned, tires were slashed. 2 people apparently were physically assaulted. And from what I read was that the serious injuries?
Yeah.
Serious injuries. Are you kidding me? It is ridiculous.
Yeah. At this
Who
point,
do you think you are? These guys think they're still in Argentina. They think they're still in Brazil. Like, I'll tell you, I went to a game in Brazil. I went to, just long story or short story, whatever story. It's a story. I went to see Paraná play, right? At the time, they were in the first division. They were playing Santos. And Ed, this was when Robinho was playing for Santos. This is before he made it big, right? This is cool.
He meant to say Robinho, guys.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I said it the Brazilian way.
So now you guys know.
Yeah. So I bought a Santos shirt there because, hey, Brazilian things were money translation. It was cheap.
Right.
I bought a Santos shirt. My brother-in-law told me, you better zip up that jacket and don't let anybody see you walking out of the stadium in a Santos shirt. You won't make it to the car. We're not in Brazil. We're not in Argentina. We're not in wherever country you came from. That doesn't fly in this country.
Nope, it doesn't, guys. So get with the program and just don't do it, man. Just don't, ban yourself from the stadium. No, it's unacceptable. And that's why we're going to go do the tailgate and criticize, who does the best food, because I think that's the way to do it, man. If we're going to battle people, we got to outdo their tailgates. Let's invite these people from other
let's have fun
cities.
with it.
Come over here, have some of our choripang. We make some good food.
That's
it.
And
when we get to their city, they need to, step it up, man. They make something tasty for us.
That's right. Even Anu says, even here in Atlanta, we don't tolerate that European ultras. And I will tell you this, Anu, the team is not tolerating it either. One of the messages that we saw was from the team.
Right.
And it was a message of, we don't tolerate this. This is not going to be good. It's not cool. And if your group was involved with it, we'll be in touch.
Yeah.
So if you're a fan of any other MLS team, but you happen to watch our channel, do know that this team does take it serious, that the team itself is going to make sure that those individuals are not allowed to do that again. That ain't cool. And so, I don't know. Let's continue and just have fun with it. And let's go and have food fights.
Let's do that. Well, I don't know about food fights, but definitely we're going to talk about the food. And it's a lot better than... I think we're going to go to a phone call now, huh?
Let's see if Ed doesn't mind putting this earpiece in his ear that,
I don't want some of Peter's earwax. I'm just going to hold it close to my ear and see if I could see if I can hear the...
I don't even know if I got the right one in my ear. I don't know if I can do it either, but let's go to a voicemail.
It's time for your voicemail.
Oh, there we go. I can hear it.
I can't hear it really.
Hello?
That's okay. All right, let's listen to a voicemail.
Hey, Peter, Uncle Ed, Ricky Ricardo, and all the great fans. I'm not sure if my message came out because my phone was dying, so I just bought a whole new cord thing for where the cigarette lighter thing goes, because I don't smoke. But I do drink occasionally, and I would love to have a drink with Ed and Peter. So, actually, there's a little bit of a buzzkill. What can we say? We're coming down from our high of getting the stadium vote, and I just bought a new car and back to a Nissan. So I can come have a beer with you guys. Maybe we'll go for my birthday in June. or in the fall for sure. We got to do like a, fusion reunion, but maybe they want to wait till next year because people like Pablo Mastroeni, he's busy all season. So we got to like do a whole preseason thing for the legends at Lockhart. We still call it Lockhart. They call it Drv Pnk. Anywho, so, well, we all got to be patient. I know they're trying to get the James, another hot shot Colombian. But, we've had our rumors for so many people that at this point, when they actually find somebody, we'll see. He did dye his hair pink, though. But anyway, they got the whole F1 going on.
Apparently I was playing the old one.
Oh, goodness. I hope you guys enjoyed that old one.
Even still, the audio I wasn't getting it out of mine. My headphones. In all honesty, my headphones have been messed up. And only one is working, and Ed's got the one that's working.
I was getting the one that, at least
keep holding it.
Peter realized that it was
halfway through it. I realized it's not really working. I couldn't really hear her anyways. But let's try this again, Ed.
Yeah.
Hey, Peter, Uncle Ed. It's Italia. Happy birthday to all the people. I think there's like B King, Peter, Franco, Cara. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great birthday. Gosh, I owe all of you guys a whole bunch of beers. And you guys look so cute live. Everybody's freaking out because Ed is now on the left instead of the right. Anywho, what can we say? At least a wrestling match broke out during that Open Cup. I think Ravi was probably disciplined rather than concussed, but who am I to say? And yeah, man, I actually felt sorry for Phil because the team was gelling really well. Both games, and every time he made his subs, especially defense, it like folded like a card table. Anywho, I'm like Ray Hudson now quoting things. Oh my gosh, wasn't Ray hysterical last night for those of you who were still kind of stuck at home. But definitely we'll come out, bring meet you at a game. I'll bring Diego starting 17 out there. Gotta mention him, right? And we'll still, try to do all this stuff for the Legends game and all that good stuff. Anyway, we'll see what happens. It's a little hairy for Neville because, he's still in the hot seat. And every time he makes a sub, they're either getting booed or it's the wrong choice or it's a letdown. So we'll see what happens. Okay, love you guys. Love the show. Bye.
So, Ed, I just realized at the last second my earpiece started working.
Well, mine wasn't working, so I didn't hear too much of it. I heard a little
working,
bit.
You just didn't put it to your ear.
Well, I wanted you to listen a little bit to it.
I know.
But thanks one goal for chiming in here and talking to us and letting us congratulating Peter on his birthday and all that good stuff. So we appreciate thanks for the message.
What's going on? My wife breaking into this live show to do something.
Watching you out there live, all the guys wanted to come here.
Apparently we have a live audience in the other room of the house.
No wonder everybody was yelling and stuff. Happy birthday, Peter Brown! Peter Brown in the house.
All right.
I think there's a little delay over there, though.
Of course there is. Yeah, there's a little delay.
So, but that's pretty cool.
That's funny. All right. So yeah, that one. The weird thing is my headphones in the last week it started to get a little fishy. Like it sort of works, it sort of doesn't work.
I'm gonna get new ones.
But these were super cheap, Ed. That's the beauty of them. They look good. Like I remember you commenting like, "Oh, you want to get a pair of that because you could barely see them."
Right.
But they suck.
Oh, well.
They just happen to be they're just hidden. But they're not good quality by any stretch.
Right.
All right, hey, we do have another voicemail here, and this one is not transcribed, so I can't pre-read it.
Oh, boy.
So, a little secret.
Hopefully.
I can sometimes read some of these before listening to them.
Yeah, and hopefully it's not a bad one.
All right, well, Ed,
We've had those before.
Grab this one, and let's see if this will work. You can do whatever you want with it.
All right, let's do it. Here we go.
Another voicemail.
Hey, Peter and Uncle Ed, it's Bruno, or as YouTube would say, Bruni2589.
Hey, Bruno.
It was a great time yesterday, except for, the lightning delay. Dang, though, we should have gotten that win. I still don't think that third goal was offside, but I'll have to rewatch the match later today or tomorrow and see if it really was. Sucks that Gibbs got hurt, but at least Shea should be back next week, and hopefully Marsman as well. So Calendar's doing pretty good, but Marsman's just a better passer of the ball and a better leader on the pitch. He's my favorite player. You guys should have stayed though after the game for post-game tailgating. I was helped cook a lot of the choripans. They came out excellent. Hopefully you guys will come by after or before the game on Sunday. We'd love to have you guys there, like always. I saw Lassiter before the game, but I didn't get to see you, Peter. Anyways, keep up with the great show. Have a beer on me, and I'll see you guys next week. Take care.
And I think Esteban wants us to get even closer together.
Oh, look at that.
They think Esteban must think it's cute. Us sitting there, listening, sharing one AirPod because it's not working.
Yeah, one of them wasn't working, so we had to basically listen off the same one. I'm glad you guys thought that was cute. You'll never see that again. But he mentioned some stuff. He played very well, I think. He was blocking a lot of stuff. But Bruno said that Marsman was doing good passes. I don't agree with that.
I don't think. He's okay. Here's the difference. Marsman likes to pass the ball to the defenders. He likes to distribute the ball a little bit. Callender likes to just boot it.
Right.
I did notice that.
Okay, yeah, there is that difference.
But Marsman's distribution isn't always great either. And I've been a critic. And when I see Callender on the starting lineup in the past, I've gone, oh, damn. Oh, no. But more recently, since those Open Cup matches against, let's say, Miami FC, he's really started to come into his own. And like One World, One Goal says, Drake has had 2 really good games.
He has. He's been very solid, and he's one of the reasons why we're still hanging in there in these games. But you can't really blame him for the goals that were scored on him. Those were, defender blunders. So, as long as he's doing a good job, we just need something with the defense. I don't think they were playing particularly bad, the defense, but they need to concentrate.
Defensive blunders. I think that's what we said during watching the game.
Exactly, and we're like,
they fall asleep.
Fiddlesticks. Yeah, I think I said that at the end of the game. I was like, Fiddlesticks, we should have won this game. And Peter took that and ran with it.
Yeah, we did. Diego Marino is asking, why didn't Robinson play? From what I understand, it might have been related to a concussion protocol. That's what I heard. I don't know a whole lot more than that. So possibly concussion.
Yeah, because from that scuffle that he had with that player from the Tormenta, it didn't seem like he got hurt there.
No, I mean, look.
It was some good wrestling maneuvers.
It was fun. I remember watching it. I was there live.
Right.
I saw it live. I
saw it in videos, yeah.
And when I saw it, I said, I felt like Robbie won the fight because he took him down. But then when you watch the replay, the defender quickly flipped him.
He flipped him.
So it seemed like Robbie knew the takedown move. But the other guy might have known some wrestling moves.
So he kind of flipped them over, and that's when they went in and they blocked it. But yeah, I saw some guy on Twitter broke it all down every frame by frame and said, "Oh, but the Tormenta guy got he got the 2 points because of whatever maneuver that he did, and the guy was being technical on the wrestling maneuvers and all that." So I thought that was funny.
I think this is a good conversation item right here. Esteban is saying, for a moment, the FMTV audience is interested in what Mrs. Brown has to say about Inter Miami Football Club and Higuain. Bring her on the show for a cameo appearance.
Should we go get her now?
I mean, she stuck her head in the room for a second.
Her in. Yeah, we should have brought her in.
And apparently, they're watching this in the other room. So if they're watching this in the other room, she needs to
come over here.
Because it is funny to sit next to my wife during a game. She is no lover of Higuain.
She does not love Higuain. I've been there in the stadium when she's talked about him. She does not like him. So we want to bring her in. If she's in the other room, come on over. And
Esteban would enjoy sitting next to my wife. Because Esteban, we all know, is not the rah-rah kind of guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah,
he's sometimes a Debbie Downer.
I was going to say that.
We love him.
Yeah.
We love him. He's one of our guys.
Yeah.
I met him. He's a great guy. But he's not the most positive, right? You can admit that, Esteban, right? My wife is right there with you.
Right. She does not.
She is right there with
Not
you.
about Higuain, and I my wife is the same way too. She's kind of like well, of course, she's Ecuadorian, so she loves Campana. Everybody wants him to keep scoring. And I had said that we were going to win 3-0 that game, which I think we should have, until we started doing all those blunders, and I had predicted that Campana was going to score another hat trick. Yeah, remember that?
Kata was asking about this shirt that I'm wearing. Peter, did you get that black shirt at Caneswear? I want one. Yes, you can get this shirt at Caneswear. What's even cooler? Look at the front. Right, the front's cool. The back is cooler. Can you see the back?
Look at that. He's got the herons back there.
Look at that.
And Peter Brown says he actually has herons in his backyard sometimes.
Once in a while. Yeah, I think we do. If I know anything about birds, which I really don't.
He's got like a, what would you call that? Back there he's got like a creek or
a canal.
A canal.
A crappy canal.
A crappy canal, but hey,
but
it's a canal.
We got a little bit of a tropical forest in our backyard. And my wife's got several fruit trees. It's got a mango, got a I call it a guacamole tree. What is a guacamole tree? Avocados. I call it a guacamole tree because that's what I get. I get out of it. I get guacamole.
Guacamole's good stuff.
Yeah. So we got an avocado tree.
Right now it's sounding good too because we had a couple beers and
we had. I don't know, Ed. I don't know. You got here a little bit late.
My wife was hitting that.
You got here a little bit late.
Yeah.
We said get here anytime after 1, which in all reality. You were after 1, so you're fine.
Oh, yeah.
But 3 o'clock, 2
hours after.
2.5 hours, 3 hours, something like that. The guac might have been gone.
Yeah, I didn't see much. I think my wife got some of it though.
That's the whole point of the conversation. Guac might have been gone. Guac goes fast.
That's good stuff.
But anyways, yeah, we have a little bit of a tropical forest in our backyard, so we have a few different kinds of birds and things like that. Every once in a while.
I think we're going to talk about Lassiter. Remember, we were going to talk about Lassiter.
Where are we going to talk about Lassiter? Lassiter can't hit the right side of the barn unless he's offsides. That's true, and apparently I heard the press conference on the way home, and I had thought that maybe Lassiter was onside, but even the coach, Coach Neville said that he was offside. So. Coach thought he was offsides live. I thought he was way onside. I thought he was too, but if the coach, and he was, I don't know. He was being fair, I guess, I guess, but I would have, if I was a coach, I would never always say that. Never. He's being too incredibly honest, man. Come on. It's like he's in front of his priest, trying to give, talk about his sins or something. He shouldn't volunteer that information. But anyways. Lassiter. Costa Rica 506 agreed. Lassiter did better at left wing. Bruni says Lassiter should stay at left wing, but still at left wing he drifts into the middle, and he takes a lot of shots, which is great. Which is kind of like Mata, like he takes a lot of shots and he misses them all. Yeah, Lassiter's at least scored a couple, so right. So Lassiter has gotten himself in a position and scored a few here and there. Excuse the burp. Yeah, it happens. You've been drinking, so I think they'll excuse you for that. Esteban saying, "We want Mrs. Brown. We want Mrs. Brown. We want." I think she's either she doesn't want to show up, or they're not listening to us anymore. She's not paying attention. If you want to go grab her, you're on the outside. I'm on the inside. That's up. I'll be right back because I think people want to listen to this. Esteban is saying Ed and Peter is in one of the future shows you should allow Mrs. Brown and Mrs. Auntie Ed run the FMTV show and get the wives' perspective on everything, including their hubbies. Oh my God, you don't want that show. That show, first off, I think would have to be in Spanish because Ed's wife really a little rusty on the old English. Oh, she's saying she doesn't have makeup on, but you stuck your head in here. And people started asking for your opinion on Higuain.
Oh my gosh. What do I think? Do I have to
just grab the head. Just grab the microphone. Hold that microphone like Ed. I don't want to
break your studio.
You're not going to break anything.
What do I think about Higuain?
Everybody wanted to hear your opinion. This is Mrs. Brown, as everybody calls you.
Mrs. Brown. The boss.
I think I lost my
You hear me again? The boss. The boss of this house. Oh.
I don't know.
Oh.
Anyways.
See?
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Here
what
we
did
go.
you-
People want to know Gregory or Mata. They're both Brazilians.
They're awesome.
They know you're Brazilian.
Yes, they're awesome.
Which of the two?
But which one is better?
Not Higuaín.
That's all that she. So
Not Higuaín.
so how do you feel about Higuaín?
I love Higuaín. Not.
You love that he does this,
Yeah, he likes to do that.
and now Higuaín gets to sit on the bench a lot.
Oh my gosh, is he going to hear this? That's right, Higuaín. You should hear this. Stop being a baby. Play better, man. I want to see good soccer. Like a Brazilian soccer. Ooh.
Argentinian. He's Argentinian.
That's what. Well, we gotta. Okay, play like Argentinian. We like Argentinian.
See, Brazilians don't like the Argentinian football players.
We love Argentinians.
You're getting some love here. Mrs. Brown, do you know Higuaín is simply doing the Heron Dance? That's the Heron Dance. He's flapping his wings.
Oh, yeah.
Flapping his wings around. He's flapping his wings, just doing the Heron
Yeah.
Dance.
Like,
That's
come
what
on.
is it.
Yeah.
You're getting some love. A new Weissman from Atlanta loves you.
Sure.
I think I'm gonna lose my job now.
Here's the thing.
No, come back, Ed.
Here's the thing. While you were walking out, Ed, we got some requests for our wives to do the show without us.
Your wife, I told her to
and
come
and for
here.
them specifically to talk crap about us.
Oh wow!
Our listeners,
I
viewers,
care to do that.
want that. These people are turning on us.
They are.
They're turning on us.
Peter
Just-
and Uncle Ed are thebum.com.
look at that. Esteban has turned on you so fast. Ed, who?
Oh, see?
I don't know if anybody can hear Ed in the background, but he's
Poor
shocked.
Ed.
I lost my gig. This is a family.
One world, one goal says Ed has been replaced. Ha ha ha. What people don't
No.
realize is this whole channel was Ed's idea.
That's right.
This is Ed's baby. It may look like I've taken over, but this is really
No.
his thing.
The real boss is the quiet one.
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
So, anyways,
Uncle Ed.
let's see. One more. Dooster says, I guess when Peter gets in trouble, the boss calls him Peter Higuaín Brown. She doesn't get it. She doesn't get
I
it.
wasn't paying attention.
She doesn't get it,
no,
guys.
I was
She doesn't
reading
get it.
there where someone said she
All right.
called soccer and not football.
She didn't get it.
Football, that's right. Football.
Soccer.
All right, give the mic back
Football.
to Ed.
Come on, Ed. You do a better job than me. Bye.
Come on, Ed. Ed, you're hired.
All right.
You're hired back.
You're hired back.
Wow. All right, here we go.
That was fun. That was fun. This
Wow,
is what
guys.
happens when you have a party on the same night that we do a show.
Yeah, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that, dude. That was pretty
That's
awesome.
a one and done, probably.
Yeah, unless we get my wife in here next time, and that'll be pretty interesting.
But then we switch to Spanish.
It must be Spanish,
But
guys,
that's okay. A lot of our viewers can listen in Spanish.
Your wife can translate.
Yeah, my wife can. Jazz Fusion says best show ever.
I hope you guys enjoyed.
Maybe we need to clip that part out and just run that on social.
We should. We probably should do that part. Just Peter Brown's wife.
Yeah, One World, One Gold says Mrs. Peter was great. Love this live and wild show.
Wow.
Hey, it's funny. It reminds me a little bit of that one show that my wife was embarrassed
Look at
that
that.
we did.
Ed, keep sipping.
Keep sipping. Just shut up and
And I
drink.
was, man. I was just standing there. And
Shut
she,
up and drink.
She got comfortable. She was just like, doing her thing. I don't know, Peter.
But what it reminds me, I was starting to say is, remember that show we did like a live video in front of the stadium. We were drunk.
We were drunk. Yeah.
3, 4. I say 3, 4 beers. It doesn't sound like a lot, but those are those big ass beers that they sell at the stadium.
Right.
And we drank a bunch. And we did a live show. So much so we were so drunk that I think it's become a well-known, famous show on this channel.
Yeah.
Where so much so that my wife said she was embarrassed.
Yeah.
My wife felt like we should have never aired that show.
My wife wanted us to delete it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's
So
still there.
tonight, it's kind of like the next chapter.
It is. It's a part 2 of even though we're not drunk right now.
I mean, a little.
We've had a couple.
Ed,
but
I'll be honest. I started at noon.
Oh yeah, and I got here
2:30 or whatever.
Kind of a little later.
Oh, Kata doesn't know that this video exists of me and Ed.
Oh yeah, dude. When was it? It was last year.
It was like one of the first games of the season. Was it pre or post? It had to be post game. It was post game because pre-game we were hanging out with Southern Legion drinking.
It was a post game, yeah.
And this, you know what, Ed? This might have been the game where I conned you into buying me a bunch of beers because you owed me money for a ticket, and you paid way more than you should have.
I overdid it. I bought too much beer.
I mean, I ripped you off.
You totally you
bad.
You did good.
I took advantage.
You did.
Like you were. Oh, forget that.
Yeah,
I took advantage.
Yeah.
And there's video to prove it. There is video that we're a hot mess.
If you guys want to leave us some comments, and I'll put the link at the bottom of this video a little later on or tomorrow. If you guys leave some comments, you want to see it, I'll give you the link because we've got like
it's on the channel,
hundreds of shows.
It's on the channel. I don't even know how many views it has. I don't think it's necessarily one of our best viewed videos, thankfully, because it's embarrassingly bad.
It's bad.
And here we're professionals in our normal life, right? We do respectable things, and here I am. We're acting like fools.
And kind of used to it. We're kind of used to it.
All right, maybe.
But okay, let's get back to soccer, Peter. We before we tune out of here, we're playing Philadelphia, guys. So.
We're going to lose, Ed. Ed, we're going to lose in Philadelphia.
Yeah, it's just...
Here's the thing. If we play the way we played against DC United, we got a chance if the defense doesn't fall asleep. They moved the ball well. They really did some great connection pieces. I've seen some people complaining about Robert Taylor. I got to tell you, Eric Thomas, I love Robert Taylor. Or Robert? Is it Robert? Taylor. Whatever.
Taylor. Yeah.
I think he's great. He had a great game. You know who did not have a great game was Yedlin. Yedlin did not have a great game.
Yedlin did not have a good game.
And so, but my point about specifically about the Philadelphia game is if we play like that, but our defensive blunders don't happen, we got a chance. But we're probably going to make a defensive blunder. We're probably going to lose this game because they're a good club.
And when something new like Jazz Fusion saying, it's if we can make blunders, but we need to score more if we're going to do the blunders. That's we have at least 3-4 goals, and they're probably going to score on our blunders. Hopefully there won't be 1 or 2, and we'll win. But we still got that problem. We don't have that number 10 or somebody that's going to get that ball to Campana. You see Campana going back. The good thing about Campana, he's like, we should have mentioned this before with Mrs. Brown. Higuain will never go back and defend, while Campana does. And he makes a difference when he goes back and gets the ball and defends because he's good up in the air. He gives effort. He's still young. He's got the energy to do that. Higuain probably wouldn't do that. So, these are those errors that we do are what's costing us the game. So,
all right. So, at Wednesday night, Philadelphia Union. I know Ed's like, "What are you doing these hand gestures for?"
He's like, "I've had enough of you."
But
get my wife back here.
We got on the very next game Sunday. We got Redbull coming to Drv Pnk Stadium. We call it Lockhart. Lewis Morgan, he can play. Carranza might not be able to play, but Lewis Morgan can play. And Lewis Morgan has been playing well in New York. And ever since we let Lewis go, and look, I know we had to let Lewis go. It's not because we wanted to let him go. We had to let him go.
Somebody had to go. And
so I get it, and he gets it. But he wants to come back here and show that they made a mistake and light us up. I watched him on a Red Bull game do a hat trick not long ago. So I'm scared for 2 games. These games, we played DC United. DC United was the easier of the 3 games that we've got here. So we've got a tough game in Philadelphia and then a tough game here in at Sunday. But you know what? Here's the thing: 13,300, something like that. We're at the game. The stadium looked pretty empty.
Right.
You guys watching this video need to be at that game on Sunday.
Yeah, guys, we need all the support. We need all the supporters in there. You know, even if you're not in the supporters section, we need butts in that stadium. We need to fill it up and make people realize, you know, when they're coming to our house, you know, this is our house and we're gonna win. And I don't know, man. The support's there. It's just these defensive blunders. You know, we keep going back to. That's what's making us lose.
One World One Goal says, "Well then, Lewis will score one on us. You watch."
Oh, boy.
I hope not, but it is likely for sure. So, anyways, Ed, I think that wraps it up. This show went so fast.
Yeah, it's because, you know, we were next to each other and we could see our ugly mugs, and, you know, interaction was a lot better than, you know, from one city to the other. Peter's up here in, what is this, Coconut Creek?
Coconut Creek here, up in the creek.
Up in the creek, and I'm way down there by the Miami Zoo, so that's quite a difference. It's like an hour to get up here, man. Now
it's different.
Drive
like,
back down there, it takes an hour, man.
You know, when we're doing it from other times, sometimes I cut you off. Here it's a little different because we're in person. You can kind of feel off the vibe of
That's
when
true.
the other person's going to talk.
Yeah.
It's different. But one more sip. Kata said one more sip, so I figured I should take one more sip.
Guys, all right. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Support us, guys. We appreciate it. Tell your friends, tell your mama.
Before Ed was done, I started playing the outro by mistake.
Peter Brown. It's you know, we had that extra sip. I think that's what it was.
One More One Goal said, "This was such a fabulous show. Loved it. Imagine we do a live one at a bar. Then I will take over with Esteban. Let's do it.
That's cool. You guys can do the end of the show.
That's why we need a local brewery or bar sponsor. And we come to your place like once a month. We do a live show. Some of our viewers show up, and we have fun. I think this is it needs to happen.
Yeah, something like that. That was the plan. I mean, we got all the equipment. We got the equipment. So
and we know, Ed, one of our loyal. God, I can't talk. Our loyal viewers. One of our loyal viewers fits the bill perfectly. I'm not going to call him out, but there is a loyal viewer who fits the bill perfectly. We're talking to you, loyal viewer.
Yes.
And let's arrange something where we're doing a live show at your venue every once in a while, and have some of our fans come out and join in on the show. It will be fun. I had
drink some of their stuff, and
I got 2 more mics.
Oh, I
got 2 more microphones.
We can get more people in here. It'll be anarchy. It'll be great.
Yeah. All right. Apparently, I don't understand this, but Esteban wants our heads to be close together.
There we go.
There you go.
You do a screenshot.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll do this nonsense again next week. Thanks, everybody.